Different parts of geometry are made up of points, lines, and planes. Points are a location. Then we go up one dimension. Lines are a straight path. Then you go up one dimension. Planes are the flat surface. And then you go up one dimension and you get space. For planes, for examples, we like to use the wall or paper or the whiteboard. You can always draw a line between any 2 points. Even if one's not there, a line could exist between any 2 points. So here we could have a third point, or we could have an infinite number of points. But just between any 2, there has to be at least one line. In that same way, we just go up a dimension, and in a plane, there's an infinite number of lines. In any 2 points, you can make a line. So between any 3 points, you can make a plane. This is why we use tripods for cameras, because then it will be steady and stable. A 4th point means that it could create the next plane, and so then it will wobble. So the reason for chairs that we would have 4 legs is for the strength, but when we want it to be stable, then we only use 3 legs. Using more means that it could wobble. The intersection of 2 lines is 1 point. The intersection of 2 planes is 1 line. The intersection of a plane and a line is a point. Here's a diagram where you could identify which points are collinear and which points are coplanar. One example would be that points Z, S, and C are all coplanar. Remember that I could say that point V and point Z are collinear just because you can draw a line between any 2 points. And the same goes for any 3 points on a plane. So here I drew in an extra plane that would be intersecting. That plane could exist between points V, U, and C because we only need 3 points to make a plane. So notice how the line at the top of the wall and the line at the bottom of the wall are parallel. They will never intersect, and they are on the same plane. Look at the duct tape. It's on the north wall. Then at the west wall, we're going to look at the top left part of the screen where the ceiling meets that west wall. So that line of intersection at the top left, and then we're going to compare it to that line that is the duct tape. Those 2 lines are skew lines. They will never intersect, and they are not parallel. That means that they are not coplanar. So they are not on the same plane. They will never intersect, and they're not parallel. That makes them skew lines. Now keep in mind, you don't see a plane connecting that segment UQ with the segment WS, but you could put a plane there. And so since they are coplanar, that means that those lines could be considered parallel. But UQ is not coplanar with VW. Those 2 will never intersect, and they are not parallel. So those are skew lines. These 2 on the cube could also represent skew lines. You could extend them out and make them longer, but they will never intersect, and they are not parallel.